rest of it. And all of a sudden, they got 8 points and we got 10, or we got 12, they got 10, or whatever. And that's how we come to represent.
And then, of course, there's the great night itself going over to Switzerland, wasn't it?
Den Haag in Holland.
Oh, Holland. Sorry, Holland. Close. Next, I'm glad I'm not driving there, but in Holland. I mean, I've had Andy Abrahams on the show, and he talks about it, and he's very enthusiastic about Eurovision. It has its knockers, doesn't it? Now, especially, but to play in front of a TV audience of multi-millions must have been, and a live audience of thousands, must have been amazing.
Well, it was. I mean, in our time, it was half 500 million. I think today it's 120 million viewers. But it's now become a spectacular, hasn't it, really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think we should ever think about winning. I think we should just think about being part of it. It's a show that... it's an entertainment show. I mean, we have very few on the TV as it is.
We do.
If at all. And so once a year, it's like Christmas, it comes round, and I think people should just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's a great entertainment show. It's a great stepping stone for artists, songwriters, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we love it. We always watch it. I mean, nowadays it's becoming more of a light show. They seem to have lost a little bit of the concept of being a song contest, because last year, what was it?
Heroes, yeah. I mean, he had the guy singing the laser show on his hand. It was amazing, wasn't it? I must admit,
it was amazing.
But it did distract a little bit from the song.
I mean, are we going into that kind of thing really that wins the song contest, or should we get back to a song contest? And that's another reason why I love The Voice. That's the only one I ever watch. Firstly, I love Tom Jones. I think he's amazing. But that's the only one I watch because the chairs are to the back of, and whoever comes on singing, he could be skinny, he could be fat, he could be tall, he could be short, he could be anything you like.
Yeah.
He could be from Mars. Yeah. And all they're listening to is The Voice, which is what it's about.
Well, let's face it, on the radio, that's all you hear most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, and then when they turn around, they get the surprise, or it's not what they thought, or whatever. But now they have judged the voice, not the person. And I know you can't. It's very difficult to do that in the song contest, because really, if you are going down that route, then really it only should be on radio. Where you cannot see the act, you can only listen to the song. I mean, which then, of course, it would get terribly boring. I mean, we all like to watch an act. I mean, even to the voice situation, okay, the four judges don't get to see the artist. But, of course, the entertainment point for us as viewers, of course, we are watching them. So you have to have the visuals, unfortunately, but the graphics this year were just mind-blowing. And maybe that's how we're going to end up. That's why I say, let's forget about maybe so much winning. Let's get into it and let's just have a great time.
I thought the song this year was very good, and I'd love to see us win again, but it would be great. I need to ask you this question. If I said to you, you can do it again next year, would you do the Eurovision Song Contest again?
No.
You would? Okay.
No. Yeah. No, because once you're a winner, you've got to remain a winner.
Well, yeah.
God forbid. Well, let's even just say we won it.
Yeah.
What would it really mean? Yeah. I mean, all right, so we've won it twice, big deal. But people would still only really remember Save Your Kisses.
I know. I think that's an iconic song. I think that sort of must be, not an albatross around your neck, but it must be sort of interesting, because everybody remembers that song with most people with great affection, I think, as well.
We've just done a series of TV concerts here in Britain for the 60th year from the Apollo. Then we went to the Ziggo in Holland, and then we've been to Germany doing one over there. And, I mean, everybody just sings a song. It absolutely amazes us that 40-odd years on, people really remember the song, let alone remember us. I mean, in the dance was pretty much the same has the same sort of characteristics as a song, really, because without the dance, everybody starts doing the dance. The other night in the Millennium Square, and everywhere we go, as soon as we get into Kisses, I mean, they're all doing the dance, and so it's part of the song.
I know it's a dance even I can manage, and I've got 2 left feet. So, talking about dancing, do you ever fancy taking part in any of these reality shows like Strictly or The Jungle or anything like that? Do you ever fancy doing anything like that?
Not really. No? Not really. I mean, I can't dance for toffee.
Oh.
I mean, so for me to be on, and really, unless you're a real current flavour, like a Boyzone, or you're in a soap, or one of these kind of things, they're really not interested in somebody of like us. At our time, they would have been, but not so much today.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Scout Sounds. Listen to us every Monday between 6 and 7 p.m. on Seckley Sounds.
Hi, I'm Catherine. We'll be giving you the latest music, lots of gossip and info on scouting in general.
Hi, I'm Max. Contact us on Facebook at Milton Keynes Scout Radio or email radio@seclowsounds.org.
Don't forget to join us every Monday, 6 till 7 on Seclo Sounds.
Long ago, high on a mountain in Mexico, lived a young shepherd boy, Angelo, who met a young girl and he loved her so. Rich was she, came from a very high family. Angelo knew it could never be. They ran away to their destiny. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong, they fell in love so strong. They took their lives that night. Shepherd boy Angelo, who met a young girl and he loved her so. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong, they fell in love so strong. They took their lives that night, and in the morning light, they found them on the sand. They saw them lying there, hand in hand. Running away together, running away forever, Angelo. Running away from danger, hiding from every stranger, Angelo. They knew it wasn't wrong, they fell in love so strong. They took their lives that night, and in the morning light, they found them on the sand. They saw them lying there, hand in hand.
Here we are, that's Angelo from Brotherhood of Man, and welcome back to the Styx Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds, and we welcome back my guest, Martin Lee from Brotherhood of Man. You're still touring after 40 plus years. What would you say is the great thing about touring and the bad thing about touring?
I know the bad thing. It's travelling.
Yeah.
Travelling is a killer.
I think it is. It's bad enough England, but I think if you're jumping continents and jumping countries, it must be even worse.
it doesn't matter. Like, we'll be over in East Newcastle this weekend, Saturday, as I say. And whilst it's only a 2-hour run or whatever, 2 hours there. Then you got your sound check and all the rest of it. Then you're hanging about most of the rest of the afternoon. Then you go on and you do your show, your hour and odd, whatever show. Then you got your 2-hour drive back. And at the end of the day, if I was 25, I could do a dozen in a day. Yeah. But at the age we are now, we feel it, because then we go on and do another show somewhere else, and that's the killer. It's the travelling. If I could beam me up, Scotty, to East Newcastle, great.
Straight. Yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, I must admit, it's the thing that everybody mentions. It's the travelling and the waiting around, the hanging around. I mean, I think every performer loves the performing.
Well, exactly. I mean, we love entertaining the people. That's the easiest part. We have a ball. We love entertaining. They're all singing. They're with us right from the beginning. We have a great time every time. Yeah. But the travelling is the killer. Getting to and from, that's what knocks you out. And that's why we don't do so much nowadays. Because it's. We just do what we fancy doing, nice venues where we know, everything's great and people are going to come and see us, and, and it's good entertainment.
Well,
but and TV shows, of course, and things like that. But other than that, it's to do it every day of the week like we used to. Oh, I wouldn't get past 7 days. I'd be in a box.
Yeah, I must admit, I find that even at my age, I'm a little younger than you. I'm not that much younger than you, and I find travelling a bind nowadays. If I drive for a couple of hours, and when I get out of the car, it's like straighten yourself up. That's the problem I have. But that's me, not you. You've got a connection with the children's TV series as well. Tell us about that.
It's a TV programme. Well, the TV ideas I've had for 20 years, 20-odd years I've owned it. It's called The Butterfly Children. It started it in the 90s, and we were quite successful with it. We had stage show with it, and we sold over 1.5 million books on it. And then we were just so busy I couldn't continue with it and put the dedication to it. But of late, now that we're cooling down, for the want of a word, and taking more time, now I have some very important people on board with me, and we're just doing a website now which goes live in about a week or two, and if you put in the top browser The Butterfly Children, all the information will come up.
Okay.
And we're going into doing animation. What we want to do, we've got BBC interested, we've got HIT interested, we've got quite a few big companies are interested, but we've got to do a little bit of animation, because like all these people, they're only suits, like record companies. They think, oh yeah, that's a great song, but can he write something else as well? They love the idea, they love the programme, it's educational, it's moralistic, it's all for children between 4 and 7. Okay. Everybody loves it to death, but the suits that be in, the powers that put it on TV, want to see animation. So that's where we're going. We're going into a 2 or 3 minute clip of animation, and then represent it to all the major companies, and then we'll start the work on putting it out on TV within the next year or so.
So 2016, 2017, watch out for the Butterfly Children on TV.
Yeah, I mean, everybody will love it. Mums and dads will love it. The songs are great. I wrote the songs with a guy called Paul Curtis and David Kane. Brotherhood of Man has recorded the songs at the moment, and they're all there. Whether it'll end up Brotherhood of Man singing them, there will be an album, I would imagine, of Brotherhood of Man singing them somewhere down the line. But whether the companies will want most probably the children singing them or whatever, that'll be another story. But it's all there, The Butterfly Children. Put it in your browser within the next week or two, and you should see all the information come up. What I'll do is, if you give me your email, I'll send you up all the information.
I will, yeah, and we will put it on our website, or I'll put it on my website. We'll do that, no problem, Martin. That would be great. I'll load it onto the Styx website. That would be no problem at all. So you mentioned a new album, probably to go with the Butterfly Children. Is there any more new material coming from Brotherhood of Man?
Not really. Well, I say you never say never, do you?
No.
Is what they say. I mean,